What's up, y'all? Welcome to a session of Clash of the Titans, where we got a round two any heavyweight fight. You don't want a rematch, and Zweihaender clearly outperformed. Not by much, but it did have better damage numbers with Earl versus the war glaive. Even though my time was better with the war glaive, so they're very close. But we're going to take it against the Titan because he's easier to hit his weak point. We can sit there and whack him. He's not hard to beat. He is an easy boss to beat if you're build right. Solo, it's really not a problem. Like I said, probably the easiest one. And we're also going to compare it with Power Armour, so that way you know what. If you don't like Power Armour, you'll know what you're missing. If you don't use Power Armour with these two-handed melee classic, because you do get an increase in your power tag damage when using Power Armour. And we're going to compare and see what the difference really is with Secret Service versus a set of Union Power Armour. And we'll see which one. We know Power Armour does have more damage. I will tell you that, but we'll see how much you're going to be missing. So we got the V63 Zweihaender, same thing. Executioners, 40% power attack damage, minus 40% damage taken while power attacking. Pretty much a god roll. Executioners, very good effect for melee. You definitely see the effect of it. The bump up at the very end of the fight makes it go by real quick. Really a good weapon, fun to play, everyday weapon. You can in one hit about everything, and the same thing with the war glaive. It's still, if it's a fun weapon, you about one hit everything in the wasteland. Let's put an improved repair kit on that one. We got executioners with power attack damage. Other roll minus 25% action point cost is not the same, but the damage number, as far as damage is concerned, they're the same. Executioners and power attack damage. So, Flameman to me is the way to go because you get a little bit more with your little, dot effect on it for 5 seconds, and plasma you don't. All right, over in the build, real quick. We got one slugger maxed out, and then we got one slugger at 1, and we got one slugger at 2. That way we get an extra, one slugger, 2, one slugger. You get an extra 5%. Instead of getting 20, you get 25 when you do it that way. Then we got martial artist for swing speed. We got incisor for 75% armor penetration, blocker to stay alive and survive. We got taking 45% less damage from melee attacks. I got a chemist backpack. Do recommend when you're using your backpacks, whatever you need more in, strength or agility, when you use your food or your chemist backpack, that's how I use them. It frees up space. Grenadier, we really do a little bit of hack and slash to help with mob control. Grenadier helps that area effect. We have Life Giver to make us more tanky, prevents max health, definitely essential for any low health build. Chem Fiend at 2 to help our cycle buff what we're taking. It'll last a little longer. I split that up to put a little bit of ghoulish in to get a little radiation healing. We're going to be radiation all around us. Solar power, another +3 our strength, adding to our damage, so it definitely affects our DPS. Radical for carry weight, fireproof for tankiness. Party Boy for whiskey to last longer and have a triple its effect. Good booster, easy to come by. Tenderizer for more damage. Nerd Rage, definitely essential in the low health build. We got 40 damage resist, 20 damage, and 15 AP regen when below 20% health. Definitely need that if you're going to be in low health. We'll be there. Action Boy for AP regen. Through hackers, I got a lot of food buffs. Like I said, most of my food buffs I've got from the Mylark Steamer, the Yasmin, Grandma. Just stock them up when I'm not playing melee, and I can grab them all. Born Survivor for stim packs. Adrenaline to max their damage out. Dodgy for tankiness. Bloody Mess, extra 15% damage. Plus we get things to blow up in a gory pace. We don't want to see that. Curator for Bobblehead's Magazine. Starch genes for mutations. Good Assault, probably got a lot of food buffs. Ricochet to make us more tanky. And Serendipity for survivability. We got collateral damage and hack and slash, so we get a little bit of both. Area effect and mob control. And over in the buffs, real quick, it'll be the same buffs we'll be running. I don't know how I'm going to do it, which fight I'll play first. Maybe it'll be this one if I clip them in, but it'll be the same. Everything for the buffs will be the same. The perk loadout will be different. Of course, the other one will be Power Armour. But I'll have a backwoodsman going, and I'll have a bobblehead strength on, give 50% extra effects from cooked food, and bobblehead strength is a +2 to our strength. Plus have serums canceling negative effects, helping our strength be at its max. You don't have to have class free. We got company tea. We got for AP region, the Death Claw Wellington we'll have going, +9 to our strength. We'll have dog meat steak going. We got +9 to our endurance, making us really tanky. We'll get our endurance is 27, strength is 55. And my jerky's helping our damage resist. The tasty mutant meat pie helping our melee damage by 255% thanks to the magazine, boosting that up. And the mutations will be the same: adrenaline, birdbone, carnivore, chameleon, eagle eye, egghead, electric charge, grounded, herd mentality, marsupial, plague walker, skelly skin, speed demon, mentality, twisted muscle, and unstable episode. I like running unstable and electrically charged. Those things help with those little pesky little mole rats and little enemies. You do get a little bit out of it. You're already going to be a melee reach, so you might as well benefit from it. And this will be with the full set of unyielding Secret Service armor. And we'll go with the asbestos lining on our chest piece just to make it even more tanky. We'll start with the war glaive. At the end, I'm just going to stay going with the Zweihaender. And then we'll do the comparison with power armor and not power armor with the Zweihaender. But we'll do also another little comparison right now with this war glaive and the Zweihaender outside of power armor. A lot of people don't like playing power armor, and I get it. I don't either. I didn't really like playing power armor for a long time, but I do see the benefit of it now. I've done a lot more testing and seeing the damage you get, like with heavy guns, with stabilized, and with especially with like classic two-handed melee weapons. You know, with your power attack damage, if it's a heavy weapon and it's like a heavy melee weapon. Come on. You usually can get one in before he does his thing. Yeah. Come on, Titan. All right, let's do a whiskey. Psycho buff. We got 949. That's right there, maxed out with whiskey and psycho buff. We're almost getting 1,000 outside power armor. It's not bad. I think the advantage like power armor has is that it's you've got emergency protocols, you're almost indestructible. We'll have to watch our radiation. Might have to drink a Brahma milk if we get too low. Occasionally, we're picking up radiation, so that's the only thing. And I did pop a rad shield. There we go. Did pretty good. 949, almost 1,000 damage. Like I said, very easier to hit his weak point versus like Earl. It's hard to hit his head. A little hack and slash. A little more hack and slash. Hack and slash is good, even if you don't got a bat field. It's really good to use for melee, for mob control. Okay, before we even get started over there, let's go ahead and get us up. Brahma milk. There we go. I'm gonna take care of those. And it even got one of the crystals. All right, let's switch over to our Zweihaender. Whiskey, let's make sure we keep our buffs going. All right, Zweihaender. Power attack, 998. So it ain't too much more. It is a little bit, but yeah, $9.75. War glaive does give it a run for its money. Ricochet sure is helping us. Is bouncing off a lot of those and killing some of those mole miners, making this really tanky. So not a big difference on damage on the damage. Very, 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 very close. Very close with it. We're about to get to the executioner's effect. You know, hack and slash. $1,000. Okay, that's better. So $9.98. We're not there. I think when we get to the T, that's when we're gonna see the increase. Right past the T. There we go. $17.79. Okay, with the 1660 with the war glaive. $15.40. Now switch back over. $16.41. Little hack and slash. I think it's such a close race with these two. I mean, it's. To me, if you already got your if you got your rolls on your war glaive, then I mean that's the weapon I would use. If you have what you like, I mean, if you want an executioner, if you don't have that on your war glaive, then this definitely would be a weapon to use. Or if you're a newer player and you don't even have a war glaive yet, then you're going to have a weapon just as good, just a little bit better. I mean, the best part about this weapon is free. Newer player, you can get it by completing the quest line. That's all you got to do. Let's make sure we got a whiskey going. Let's make sure we got. Come on, this thing. All right, let's finish them off. $15.91, $17.69, dude. That is insane damage. That is super good damage. Yeah, sometimes it's going 17, it's going back to 16. Super good damage. This is a really good weapon. This and the war glaive are both really good weapons. I mean, classic melee. If you're into that type of thing, definitely the right build. Like I said, this is a good boss for you if you want to solo a boss. It doesn't take as long, and your build's right. It's pretty easy to do. You get consistent damage with it by using your power attack. So I'm assuming I haven't ever done a lot of two-handed melee. I'm assuming the power attack is kind of like almost like a VATS critical. It's like we're bypassing its defense mitigation, but it'll be nice to see when update how this plays out. I'm glad I got to do a little bit of melee before the update. So yeah, it's a super tanky build. Very powerful weapon. It did a really good job. It didn't take too long. I mean, we were getting big chunks of his health down. So don't say that melee is not valid. And it's not exactly sexy, but it is fun running around whacking everything, especially hacking slash, things blowing up. And like I say, you can't really be, I'll say lazy, but you have to move a lot and constantly run to your targets, and just kind of like go like a madman, just going crazy. It does take a little bit more work than your commando build, where you're just like stuck in VATS and just annihilating everything, which is fun too. it's a good change up. This is a good weapon if you want a little change up. Classic melee, just run around and just whack everything. Very powerful weapon. Very classic melee, I think, very underrated. It really does a good job. All right, now we're going to clip in and show the other fight, and we're going to compare the power armor versus non-power armor. See if you want to run outside power armor. See our strength. Like I said, it was 66 with their buffs going. So in power armor, it's like 40. Maybe the buffs it's closer to 50, but so you do get a big difference in your strength, but the extra power attack damage does make a big difference. And you got emergency protocol, so it makes it like playing easy mode. But all right, let's see what happens. Power armor and no power armor. Build's real simple. You got one slugger maxed out. You got martial artist. You got incisor maxed out. You got blocker. Got tribal pharmacy. You got grenadier for hack and slash. That way we'll build mob control. It's not a VATS build, but we'll use VATS to control the mobs and the mole miners. We got life giver for tankiness, plus 45% max health. We got chem theme for the cycle buff. Ghoulish because the radiation got 2 points. Might as well invest in endurance, be more tanky. We'll get something out of the radiation that's around us. Fireproof for tankiness. Radical for carry weight. Party boy for our whiskey to help our strength. We'll be triple the effects. Tenderizer for damage. Batteries included for our cores. I mean, you can go without this if you don't have a lot of cores, but the cores start to add up, so I definitely would, if you're on power armor, I definitely would use it. Nerd Rage will be low health. We'll have emergency protocols with blocker, with ricochet, and we're going to be like invincible. We get another 20 damage resist and 20 damage and 15 AP regen when below 20% health. It definitely be rocking this if you're low health. Action Boy for AP regen, Through Hacker for our food buffs, Born Survivor kicking the stem packs, Adrenaline to stack up our damage. We'll get there. Dodgy for tankiness, another tanky card. It's almost like cheating with power armor with this build. Bloody Mess, we get 15% more damage. Plus things blown in a gory place. Better criticals. Like I said, it's not a VATS build, but we're going to be using VATS occasionally. And I had 3 points. Man, you could go without it. This is just a boss fight solo, trying to maximize some of our cards, get a little extra damage whenever we do use VATS, but not needed to run this build. Ricochet definitely needed, reflecting all these bullets back and helping us be super tanky. Curator for bobbleheads and magazines we got going. I got storage genes for mutations. We had good assault to help with our food buffs to keep them going. Oh, and legendaries, we got collateral damage when we're not using VATS. We got hack and slash, it's 50% chance, so it's really a better chance of getting some backsplash than collateral damage is. So it's really a good mob control, even if you don't have a VATS build. And 4 specials. All right, like I said at the beginning of the video, the buffs are the same that I used in the non-power armor with the unyielding Secret Service armor. So we're going to bypass all the buffs and cut that out, and we'll bypass me hitting all the crystals when we jump right into the fight. All right, let's get us a whiskey. We can consistently hit his weak point. Look, 1,000. 1,200, 1,221. That's insane. Look how much we're taking off of him. Don't say classic melee can't do nothing, or classic melee, it's irrelevant. It's doing a great job. I don't know, maybe with the December update, this be the type of build you can take against the boss and be able to be a part of the team that's the tank and draw all fire, while others are getting more DPS. I ain't saying it's the highest producing, but it ain't no slouch. It is no slouch. There's some hack and slash. Alright, let's get this next round. I think the next one we'll switch over and see what our... Let's see what our executioner is. That will do. I need to take a... hold on. Let's raise the health up just a little bit. That's some Brahma milk. Sorry about that. Alright. Here we go. 10, 30, 11, 23. So we see it's 1B, which a former champ, you know, is not 1174. He is not behind too far with the Zweihaender. You know, Zweihaender is getting a little bit more damage, but it's one of those fights that it's by decision. You know, it's 12-round fight, and you can't tell who wins. You know, you gotta call it because it's just as effective. So I don't really say that it's been replaced by the Zweihaender, even though the Zweihaender has clearly won. The one thing that's good about the Zweihaender, it's free, so you don't have to try to get those rolls. So if you don't, it comes with these rolls. So if those are the rolls you want, then definitely we'll switch back to the Zweihaender. If those are rolls that you want, then the Zweihaender definitely is a better weapon for you. But if you got your war glaive and you like it, you like the rolls you got, then keep using it. I mean, let's make sure we stay with the whiskey and the psycho buff. Should be good the rest of the fight now. 1221 still. We haven't hit. We're about to hit below 40%. We're right there at the R on the ultra sight. So it shouldn't be too much longer. I would say right about when we get to the T. There it is. 1958. Look at the increase. Get almost 2,000. We are just whacking away at his health, bro. That is insane. Look at that. Come here. I'm trying to fight here. Y'all mind? There we go. A little hack and slash. That's why we have it. Hack and slash again. One thing about melee, you really can't be lazy. I don't say lazy like I'm called somebody lazy, but you got to be moving around a lot unless you want to. You know, you can use a gun too. I think that's half the fun of melee, is just running around and whacking everything. See if you can be fast enough to be competitive with any commando or heavy guns that are just blowing everything away. Okay. All right, where's he at? There he is. Got some adrenaline stacked. Finish it off. Try to finish it off real clean and nice. Come here. How's he invulnerable? I ain't broke all the... from the last fight. I should have some adrenaline stacked. Let's see. 2131. Yep. Full stacked adrenaline. We're getting over 2,000. We'll get 700 of bats. 2131. Dude, that is insane. That's insane. All right, now let's compare the last part of the fight with the power armor and the non-power armor, and see the difference in it. All right, we got power armor on the bottom, non-power armor on top. You can see the power armor is clearly slowly has it an edge, but it ain't much. I mean, it's a close race. At without executioners, the non-power armor was getting 998, and the power armor was getting 1221. That's a 223 difference on without the executioner's effect. So 223. I mean, that is a significant difference, and power armor clearly did win. It wasn't by a lot. The practicality of it, at its max peak, the power armor was getting 2131. The unyielding armor was getting 1769. That's 362 difference, because the executioner, you take the 223 difference and you multiply the extra 50%, you're going to get more when you have more. So it increases their difference. So at the end of the fight, in 362, that's a pretty significant difference. It could, that could be life or death, I guess. It could be a few seconds off. In practicality, it was right there neck and neck. So if you want to rock your classic melee and non-power armor, you'll be just fine. You just use your defense mitigation perks like serendipity, blocker, and dodgy, and you'll be able to tank a lot. Now, if you want to rock a power armor, you're going to get a little more power, and with emergency protocols, you'll basically got God mode. You'll just basically basically indestructible rocking inside power armor. It'll be definitely a good tank build to bring in the next update, December, where you can sit there and just draw fire, and you'll be able to just get some good damage with your melee weapon, just whack away. And while others have better DPS, faster firing weapons can help distribute. So I was really surprised. Whoever says that melee is not that vital in this game, I mean, it's not. That's crazy. I mean, melee does good damage. It might not be the holy fire, it might not be a gallon plasma, but it definitely does good damage. Over 2,000 a hit. Might not be the fastest, but it does good damage. It's fun to play, like I said. Tell me how you like to rock your classic melee, power armor or no power armor. I mean, if you don't got a lot of fusion cores, and non-power armor might be the way to go, but there are disadvantages with each one, but they both serve a purpose, and they're both pretty fun. I like to play all styles. How about you? You like to mix it up? Well, I hope y'all thrive and survive in the wasteland. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, like, subscribe. This is Big Red. I'll see y'all in the next one.